Back here at Osborne Park for the second quarter. Siren sounds. Umpire moves in, balls that up. Up they fly for the first bounce here this afternoon. Hits this quarter, hits the turf. Tapped out wide by Malakalis for the amateur side. A race for the ball now where we see it socket off the ground by Smith. Kicked down to half forward, but Mark's built down there by the North Geelong defender. Picked up here and kicked forward into the pocket for the amateur side. A race for the ball. Good play. Ryan comes through strongly for North Geelong. Takes the ball across the line and we'll have a throw in.
Yes, Barry, that quarter... Peter Murray from the Amateurs said he wanted the boys to say just this side of the centre and no mucking around long kicks. He did say Ben Reynolds was playing on number 46 from North Geelong. Ron, who is?
Yeah, young Robbie Dick.
He said that's a loser's limp. He wouldn't be limping if they were 5 goals in front. So there you go.
Right, the ball on half forward flank now for the amateur side. Picked up here by North Geelong. They come through strongly. Tap the ball wide where they've got a player running down centre wing. He loses it. Amateurs, good handball across there. A high kick down towards the half forward line, but over the line it goes on the full and the free kick to be taken by North Geelong half back flank. A bad blow for the Amateurs. Ron at quarter time. Robin Rattawa is off the ground and got his ankle very heavily iced up there in the coach's box, and from the information I got, he'll be lucky to go back on the ground.
Well, that's a great loss for the Amateurs side, and they will miss him because he was one of their prime movers early stages as a high flyer. They're taking a great grab too for the North Geelong side is the veteran in Neil Alford. Kicks long up to half forward. Looking there, behind the play, though, was Finnison. He couldn't take the ball, young Rick. Kicked off the carpet by the amateur side. Good footy, but it's gone straight back to where Daryl Jones now. The skipper on the left foot. Kicks up there, but amateurs again stand firm at half back. And a nice mark taken there by Brad Thompson.
Thompson now looking downfield. Little short pass towards the centre wing, and he's got a teammate there all on his own, and he takes a mark centre wing. Comes in towards a corridor. Up they fly. The ball brought to ground there by Bellwood, but it's Amateurs with handball. Going in strongly, though, for North Geelong is Skoko. He loses possession to Macca. Macca kicks one round the corner. Going across there is a big fella in Vivian. He gets a kick out wide where he found Jones. Jones with handball to a teammate on half forward flank in Byzantine. Chips it in, and the mark's been taken by Alford. Plays on quickly. Comes across towards a corridor, looking for a teammate there. Up they fly, and the mark not played to the Amateurs player. They handball it out of danger. There's 3 or 4 of them there, but chipping in for the North Geelong side was Spence. He overruns the ball. It's down half forward. Alford with the handball gets it back to Spence inside 50. Has a shot towards goal. Drifting in, and it's gone through.
Great goal off the boot of Tony Spence for the fabulous Maggies, and a real team lifter, and it was well set up there by the veteran Neil Alford.
I tell you what, if you can tell me Ben Reynolds is fit, Ron... There's got to be something
Barry,
wrong with him.
you can't have people out on the ground that aren't fit. When you cross the white line, there's no excuses. If they've done that, they'll pay the penalty.
I tell you what, he's not moving like a fit player to me.
Well, the match committee will have to be looked at closely if they go down here this afternoon, as we see that at early stage of the second quarter, North Geelong 3-7-25, only trailing the Amateurs by 8 points, 5-3-33.
Simpson from half back drives them into attack again. It's thumped the ground over there by West for the amateur side. Goes out wide where Farrell runs onto the ball. Picks it up close to the boundary line. Over he goes, and we'll have a throw in half forward flank for the North Geelong side on the Coria Shire side of Osborne Park.
Looks like I could be the only winner again here this afternoon, gentlemen.
As the boundary umpire brings the ball back in, bent in front, the ball's tapped down to it. Alfred grabs it, handballs to a teammate there in Byzantine. He's high kick, Farrell thumps it wide. Slipping at the crucial stage there was Richardson for the Amateurs. Allowed North Geelong to come in. Here's a chance down forward. Reynolds butters up now. Handball out. Here's a chance for North Geelong. Over the top with handball. Another handball. Handball to Dick in the square. Runs into an open goal. Good play, North Geelong. And there's another goal on the board to the Magpies here through the agency of young Dick.
Where's that losing limp now, Barry? Well, the Geelong football umpires, second quarter scoreboard brought to you by the guest video cameras shows that North Geelong 4-7-31. Right back in the hunt here of the Geelong Amateurs 5-3-33. We've been going 5 minutes of this second quarter here at Osborne Park, round 14 GDFL football match of the day.
Yes, that was a good passage of play by the North Geelong side there. Good handball, good unselfish teamwork resulted in that goal.
I've got the stick. Don't get your balls in a nut, boys.
Ride the ball back in the centre. Put the turf, a good bounce, up they fly. Bent comes through, thumps the ball forward, socket off the ground there by the North Geelong side. The mark's built down there on half back for the Amateurs. The good handball gets them out of trouble. Handball now to the big fella Bent. He goes backwards where he's got a teammate there, gets a quick kick, and that was off the boot of Williams towards the centre wing. Picked up here for the Amateurs, a high kick down towards a half forward flank. A race for the ball now. Oh, a cruel bounce there. North Geelong, good play. Tap it over where it's grabbed by Joswick. Joswick round towards centre wing, got a teammate here, waits for it to bounce in. Vivian traps it now, handballs back to his running teammate, who a handball over the top to Bellwood. Bellwood, oh, he went without the ball,
took his eyes off the footy.
Picked up by Swenison, good play, kicks the ball high down towards the forward line. They set themselves. Reynolds comes in, brings it to turf. He's got, grabbed high. There was the Amateurs player in Malacallis, and he should receive the free kick.
Yes, and well, no point disputing the umpire's decision, Alan Moroney, because the tackle was too high. As we see that Richardson now takes the free kick, kicks up to Bent, but it's a little bit too high for him. Yes, good football, Alfred. Good team football to Bellwood, who goes short. Good football from those fabulous Magpies. Sees that an opportunity now for the spearhead for the Maggies in Martin Widdowson. A real opportunity here, Barry, from a good 45 metres. Pretty tight angle, but he can kick the ball out of sight, this youngster.
Bit of byplay too, wasn't there, before the game here this afternoon? Widdowson and one of his workmates down there in front of the social club.
Peter Robertson, the Amateurs under-17 coach, worked together. Both garbologists, and it was good to have a chat to the boys early. And on this occasion, Robbo's got the last laugh because Widow's kicked it right across the face and out of bounds on the full. Amateurs gain possession.
Right from the back pocket now. They come out of defence. A high kick, a lovely kick. Geez, it travels 60, 70 metres out there to centre wing.
It's gone 85, Barry.
Oh, sorry, Ron. Picked up there, and the kick well smothered off the boot of Richardson. A chip kick in towards half forward. Alfred couldn't take the mark. Over the back of the pack, Malacallis is there for the Amateur side. He can't control it. Socket off the ground there for them by Simpson. But it's picked up by North Geelong. A kick in towards a pocket. Reynolds and Widdowson going for the ball. Reynolds picks the ball up, dodging and weaving over there in the pocket. A handball over the top to Farrell. Puts him under pressure, loses the ball when tackled. Play on, the umpire calls. North Geelong come away, kick into the man coming towards them. That was off the boot of Smilovic. Over the line it goes, and we'll have a throw in.
Good pressure from the North Geelong forwards, Barry, and just making life a little bit tougher for the amateur defenders. Early stages of this second quarter.
Boundary umpire brings the ball back into play. A high throw in. Bent gets a tap down, but good play here by North Geelong. Jones gains about 20 metres for his side, and the ball goes across the line, and we'll have another throw in the forward pocket.
Well, it's on the dead side, or negative side, or offensive side, Barry, of Osborne Park, where the breeze is going straight across the ground, favouring that right of screen. It's probably worth about 3 goals, Barry. Sees now that an opportunity for Tony Spence, who kicked that last great goal, brings the ball back to the corridor. Good football from the Maggies, as we see now that working hard in defence was Benny Reynolds. Kicks quickly to centre half back, but it goes straight to where Joswick, well down the ground, traps it, kicks up there where we see Schwennerson. Great football, Schwenno. Quick hands like lightning. Gives it to young Robbie Dick, who goes bang from 20 metres. Great goal, Maggies, and that puts them in front.
I tell you what, that limp has certainly gone from the North Geelong player, Ron. Miscalculation by the amateur coach.
What? Yes, it certainly was. And wasn't that great football from Schwennerson? That hand pass was like lightning.
Well, I tell you what, he might have a limp because he's getting on his own out here in the pocket, and they know he's there, and they're whipping it across, and he's kicked 2 goals.
Well, Geelong Football Umpires League scoreboard for this second quarter shows that North Geelong 5-7-37, 4-point leaders over the Amateurs now 5-3-33.
Right, the free kick paid in the centre. Amateurs went over the line as it comes out here to half forward looking for Swennerson. Up they go, thump towards the ground by the Amateurs side. But a socket off the ground here for the North Geelong, where it goes down, picked up by Dick, went for the handball but missed the ball. Over the line it goes, and we'll have a throw in.
Interesting decision by that boundary umpire then, Barry.
Why, what was wrong, Ron?
Well, the umpire hadn't received the ball in the middle of the ground before he blew his whistle, so yeah, interesting.
the throw in on half forward flank. Up they go. Oh, tapped well by the North Geelong side. It comes to Jones. Jones across there to Bellwood. Bellwood, high kick down towards the pocket. Widdowson comes out, tries to trap the ball. It comes back to Moroney. He gets a quick kick down towards the forward line. A race for the ball. He sees West in the van for the amateur side. Picks the ball up in the back pocket. A long kick down towards the centre wing. A bouncing ball down there over the head of the North Geelong player. Oh, good play, North Geelong, though. They tap it forward. Picked up over there for them by Spence. Spence with handball gets it out wide where it comes to Simpson now. Simpson from the 50-metre line. A high kick down towards the pocket. Thumped down by the defenders. North Geelong in the van again. Pick the ball up, chip it in towards a corridor, but a mark taken in defence for the amateur side by Farrell.
Simon Farrell, good football, good strong mark too. Good courage shown there from Simon. He's kicked the centre half back, looks for Richardson. He was well beaten on that occasion by Spence. The loose ball now comes to ground. Moroney held without the footy and will get the free kick. The workhorse at ground level now. No, it's not Moroney. It was, Rick Vistine. Kicks the ball up to centre half forward. An opportunity here, Widdowson on the left foot. Well tackled there by his opponent in Jimmy Mello. Callis, forced the error. And the ball now has gone out of bounds in that forward pocket. Barry 10 metres from the fabulous Magpies goal. And we've been travelling 11.5 minutes of this second quarter. DFL match of the day, this round 14 game between North Geelong Amateurs at Osborne Park. The Maggies enjoying a 4-point lead.
Oh, gee, these boundary umpires are throwing this ball in well. As it comes in now, handball gets North Geelong out of trouble. Swenison spins out. A pack has a flying shot towards a goal. 1 point.
1 goal for Timmy Swenison.
Yes. Right now, waiting for the fullback for the amateur side in West to bring this ball back into play. Goes out towards the Shire side of the ground. Oh, gee, what a lovely kick. Oh, straight into the waiting arms there of the North Geelong player. And this is Byzantine again. Gets a kick down towards the forward line. Swenison, wasn't Swenison. Widdowson was behind. Couldn't take the mark. Out it comes to Swenison now. How easy.
No, Tony Spence it was, number 22. Those two little duckies come in and a great goal has been kicked by Tony Spence. Kicks his third. And those fabulous Magpies are flying high now, Barry Walker.
Yes, Amateurs haven't had the ball forward, I don't think, this quarter.
Well, the Geelong Football Umpires League second quarter scoreboard shows proof in the pud. North Geelong 6-8-44, 11-point leaders over Geelong Amateurs 5-3-33, who haven't scored in this second term.
Right now, the ball back in the centre. Bounce of the ball, a good bounce. Up they go. Macca's in on the ball now for the Amateurs, but it comes out to Moroney. Moroney kicks down to the forward line. Comes out to Spence again. He just couldn't control that one. Bumps solidly off the ball. But the Amateurs player caught too high, and he'll take the free kick on half-back flank. And this is Paul Middleton. Kicks out here towards the centre wing. Macca underneath the ball. Oh, couldn't take the mark. Hit the ground here. North Geelong first onto it through Vivian. Kicks round the corner where he's found a teammate. Oh, he's in a bit of trouble too. And this is Joswick. He's kicked down towards the forward line. Out in front is Marty Widdowson.
Certainly is, Barry, and let's hope for North Geelong's sake that Darren Joswick, the centre half back's not in too much trouble, but geez, not good at the minute as he's in the hands of the trainers. Looks as though he's pinched a nerve in the ankle, I think, Baz. Anyway, he's coming off, I'd say. Warming up for North Geelong, we see that Wayne Collins coming on the ground, number 13, and that's disappointing for the Maggies, but well, let's just see if they can ease the pain with Marty Widdowson kicking from 45 metres. Oh, he's laid back at it, and Marty scratches the head and says, bloody Robbo again.
Reckon Robbo's going to haunt him for the afternoon.
I think he's Mosty Morlavo. I can hear him down there yelling at him in the goal square, Robbo.
Anyway, the ball's out of bounds on the full in the forward pocket. West to take the relieving kick for the Amateurs side. Comes in. Another big punt kick out there, but straight into... Oh, Jones drops an easy mark out there on centre wing. Gets a short kick in. Tap further afield for the North Geelong side. Picked up by Farrell. Runs close to the boundary line. Handball now. Unfortunately, it's gone out of bounds before Macca could grab it, and we'll have a throw in. 50 metres out from the North Geelong goal. Boundary umpire brings the ball back into play. Macca in front, tapped over the back for North Geelong. A high kick down towards the forward line. They set themselves down there. Reynolds in front, tapped away by Widdowson. The handball out here for North Geelong. Puts a player under pressure. Trying to pick it up there. He's bumped off the ball. Amat's leg there was Reynolds. Gets a handball to Farrell. Farrell now from the half-back line. Gets a short kick down, but it's all North Geelong here as we see him go back and attack through Byzantine down towards the forward line, and a strong mark taken down there for North Geelong. Will he kick this one, Ron?
Well, I reckon that I think Widow would be hoping that Robbo goes to the toilet maybe and leave him in peace while he shoots at goal on this occasion. But look, he's only 20 metres out, 45-degree angle. Widow would have to trip over a garbage tin to miss this one.
Comes in.
Oh, it's a mongrel punt.
Got it.
He snuck that in. Well, great goal off the beat of Marty Widdowson. He has broken the ice at last. Kicks his first. And a very relieved Marty Widdowson just wipes the brow and says, Robbo, did you like that one? Geelong Football Umpires League second quarter scoreboard. North Geelong 7-8-50. 17-point leaders over the Amateurs side. 5-3-33, Barry, and we've been travelling 17.5 minutes of this second quarter.
5 goals to 0 so far. The bounce of the ball in the centre, up they go. Macca gets a tap down, and they take advantage of it this time. Kick down forward, big bent races onto the ball. The bounce eludes him. Coming through strongly there. Amateurs get a handball down towards the half-forward line. Ryan going back for the North Geelong side. Takes it across half-back flank to the safety of the boundary line, and we'll have a throw-in half-forward flank for the Amateur side, and this is the closest they've got to their goal line all quarter.
Yes, a little disappointing, the Amateur boys. The runners certainly gone out of their legs this quarter, Barry. And, well, still a bit of football left. Let's see what can happen.
From the throw-in, it's picked up there and a kick towards the goal. Out of bounce on the full off the boot there of Jim Malakalis. And North Geelong to take the relieving free kick through Ryan. Jeff Ryan down there in the back pocket. Very strong player, Ryan, on the back line run.
Mr. Consistency, I'd like to call him. Never puts a foot wrong.
Comes in from the back pocket now, drives down towards the half-back flank. Up they fly. Macca couldn't take it. It comes to ground. Maroney, unfortunately, as he stooped to pick it up, got a boot to it and has gone across the line on the full.
Opportunity here for the Amateurs. Scotty Lillingston now with the footy. Decides to kick long. That's the order of the afternoon too. Up to the teeth of goal. The high flyers can't take the overhead grab. A good defensive football there too from the fabulous Maggies, and that was done nicely by Stewie Hardiman. Thumps it over the line and out of bounds 30 metres from the Amateur goal.
Boundary umpire to bring this ball back into play. Throws it in high, gives the players a chance. It's knocked down there for grab by Bent, spins around, has a flying shot towards the goal, but 1 point is the result. First score for the quarter to the Amateur side, 1 point off the boot there of Mark Bent.
Jeff Ryan now, the full-back for the mighty Magpies. Brings the ball straight down the centre of the ground. Looks up there. Darryl Jones comes in and takes a screamer. Plays on quickly too. Good football from the skipper. Looks up the ground to Robbie Dick in front. Can't take the overhead grab. Caught one for his corner there too. As Robbie Dick's come in rather strongly to just let his opponent know in Paul Middleton that you can't do that.
Reynolds, wasn't it? No, Middleton, yeah, it was.
Have another drink, Barry.
Yeah, I will. North Geelong clear the ball from that exchange there. The bounce of the ball goes across now where it's picked up here by Farrell. He gets a kick, goes North Geelong's way. Swenison swoops on it, plays on quickly. A long kick down towards the forward line there. Racing back there is the Amateurs player, but 1 point off the boot of Timmy Swenison.
1 goal, 5, Timmy.
He's going for a record in points today.
Yes, he just
Trivia question, what is it, Ron? You're a man of football knowledge.
The trivia question, Barry.
Yes, the highest amount of points kicked by one player in a game.
Barry Walker it was, wasn't it, when he kicked 1 goal, 14 for the Mitchy Witchy-proof reserves. Is that right, Barry?
Right from full-back West, gets a big kick in. Swenison grabs it, kicks down towards the forward line again. The bouncing ball in towards the pocket. Oh, well done, Widdowson. Handball over to his teammate there in Maroney. And another goal on the board to the North Geelong side. Doing it very easily, Ron, aren't
Great goal, Barry. That was about 1923, mate, wasn't it?
Oh, so they tell me.
Oh, you're gonna have a laugh, don't you? Well, there it is. The Geelong Football Umpires League second quarter scoreboard shows that the fabulous Magpies now purring. 8-9, 57, 24-point leaders over the deflated Amateurs. 5-3-33 yet to score this second quarter, Barry. Not good from the Amateurs' point of view. They've been going 21 minutes of this second quarter, and yes, they have kicked a point, Barry, and our director downstairs is on medication again.
Right, as we see it come out the centre through Maroney again, but it's sharked here at half back by Amateur side and Farrell. Farrell kicks down towards centre wing. A race for the ball now. Tap further afield for the Amateurs there by Bain. He's picks the ball up now. From half forward, spears a pass down towards the forward line. Oh, off the chest of Collins down there. Good play, Ryan. Bottles the ball up, flips it out. It comes out where Bain's in there again for the Amateur side. Gives away a free kick. And the free kick to go to North Geelong on half-back flank.
Some distinguished guests here this afternoon too, Barry, from the Victorian Country Football League, the chairman in Mr. Jack Huxtable, and of course the West Coast Regional Director in Don Cole, enjoying the entertainment here at Osborne Park.
Right, Mack has been held without the ball there. Socket off the ground where Simpson's in there for North Geelong. Taps it out. Bain picks it up. Gives a handball to a teammate running through there. And Craig Simpson kicks down to the forward line. A good mark taken in defence, though, for North Geelong by Wayne Collins. Collins now from the back pocket. 50 metres by the look of it. $50-metre penalty brings Collins down to the centre wing. He's kicked to half forward in front, taking a good mark as Swennerson. Got a player running down the corridor, but he kicks the ball down towards the pocket. It holds up down there. Running back where we see Maroney swoop on the ball, but takes it through. Who are you going to give that to?
I'll give that to Swennerson, mate. 1-6. Keep it up, Timmy. You'll break that record yet, son. I think his coach is having kittens, but still. The points are on the board, Baz.
That's right. From full back, the kick's taken out wide. But again, they've kicked it straight out into the waiting arms of Darryl Jones.
Good work to our directors. Got that scoreboard right again.
Jones from half forward flank, a high kick down towards a forward pocket, coming out strongly there and thumping the ball away was Middleton for the Amateur side. Goes out wide, slipping over, unfortunately over there for the North Geelong side was Craig Farrell, and the ball goes across the line and we'll have a throw in.
24.5 minutes of the second quarter. Ball on that outer side of the ground. North Geelong attacking zone as we see breaking through that pack was Darryl Jones, trying to get the ball back after spilling the leather. But Simon Farrell wasn't going to have a bar of it, Barry, and has decided to take it out of bounds some 55 metres from those fabulous Magpies goals.
From the throw-in, it's thumped down for North Geelong, goes forward in towards a pocket. A scramble of players, but they're still battling for it down there. Socket off the ground, goes forward. Players diving on it now. Widdowson comes out, gets a handball, but good strong play for the Amateur side in defence. Going through as Williams has three bounces. Well chased by Swennerson though. He didn't give up as Williams is forced to kick hurriedly down to half forward. The ball hits a turf. North Geelong strong in defence. Handball over the top. Byzantine, oh well done. She gets a kick down to half forward. Big bench there for the Amateur side. He overruns the ball. West chasing it back now. Gets a quick kick round towards the centre wing. The bouncing ball over there can't be controlled. Over the line it goes and we'll have a throw in.
Good footy, Paul West, under pressure there, Barry. A real Collingwood job, wasn't it?
Yes.
Well, the ball back into play as it comes to ground again. Darryl Jones working hard, but was dispossessed to the leather. Allows Andrew Richardson to come in, but his short kick goes straight to the arms of Rick Visitine, wearing that famous number 8 jumper. Brings it back into the corridor. The big men fly for that guest video pie, but at ground level for the Amateurs side, Brad Thompson, who's done well for his side here this afternoon, kicks to the outer side of the ground. Looks there for his teammate, who traps it sweetly too. Feeds off the hand pass to inboard, looking there for Craig Simpson. He can't control the leather cleanly and allows the Maggies to defend grimly. And again, Barry, defensively find that boundary line. Good football from those Maggies as we see the ball out of bounds to the outer side centre wing.
Yeah, Stephen Simpson, he battled against the odds there. He had 2 to beat and he did it well. Boundary umpire to bring the ball back into play. Throws the ball in high. They set themselves. Bent gets a tap down, but Byzantine gets another kick. Kicks down towards the centre of the ground. Spence couldn't take the mark. He's back on the ball now, forces it forward. Amateurs on half back off. Farrell picks the ball up well, but he's collared. Gets a short kick to where a teammate picks the ball up now in the centre of the ground. Williams is it. He spins round, gets a kick down towards half forward. The bouncing ball down there eludes all players except the amateur player there in Craig Simpson. Kicks it down towards a pocket. North Geelong bottle the ball up, tapped out here wide. Oh, good play, North Geelong in defence. A high kick out towards the centre wing. The bouncing ball over there eludes the amateurs player. Oh, well trapped though. He gets a handball out now where it's picked up here by Craig Simpson. Gives it to a teammate running by. A high kick down towards the forward line. They're just blazing away. Luckily, Collins took the mark. Everyone flew early. And I think he got a bit of a surprise there, Ron.
Surprise, but he was good enough to hang on to the leather, though, Barry. I reckon you would have dropped it.
This is the time we go to a commercial, isn't it?
Yeah. Thank Christ Dennis is not here. He'd muck it up.
As Collins kicks his third for the afternoon.
Ah, dearie me. Well, there's an interchange move here too on the bench for the amateur side. Coming off the ground was Justin Andrews. Going on, the number 14 jumper, David Mitten, graces the grass here at Osborne Park as we see the second quarter scoreboard show. North Geelong now just, well, under a little bit more pressure from amateurs. They're 6-4-40, 18-point deficit over North Geelong, 8-10-58.
The bounce of the ball in the centre, a good bounce. Up they fly. Bent brings it to turf. Going through there strongly for the amateur side was Williams, but he couldn't get it. It's handballed out here. Vivian gets a quick kick. They're going nowhere at the moment as North Geelong player being held in the centre of the ground, and the free kick to be taken for the amateurs by...
I think you'll find that's young Middleton, number 5, with that left leg heavily... No, it's not. Dearie me, Barry.
At any rate, the mark taken on half back there for the North Geelong side. Kicked the ball down to half forward. Swennerson couldn't take it. Amateurs come through strongly here, trying to pick the ball up for the North Geelong side. And good handball over the top by Bellwood to Swennerson. He couldn't take advantage of it. Jones can. Jones spins out of trouble. Kicks the ball high down towards the forward pocket. Jostling down there. Widdowson couldn't take it. It comes to Moroney. Moroney tries a little chip one towards the goal line, but he's offline, and 1 point is the result.
Geez, he's dangerous, isn't he? Moroney around goals.
Yes.
Good crummer.
He's
the perfect crummer. A bit like Joshua Fanning. You're a crummer, aren't you, Josh?
There's Mr. Zelkovic down there having a look at this game too.
He might learn something, Barry.
Do you reckon he will? From full back, amateurs kick the ball high down towards the half back line. Jones, this time he couldn't take the mark, but it's handballed out there by Farrell for the North Geelong side. They kicked the ball down to half forward. Coming across there, thumping the ball down to ground was Richardson for the amateur side. But a kick forward for North Geelong down towards a pocket. Tapped out wide again, but North Geelong get a quick kick back into the corridor. Going through strongly there was Bellwood. Handball back here to Swennerson into the 10-yard square, and there's another one.
Those fabulous Magpies are flying high now, Joshua, as we see that, well, let's have a look at the scoreboard. We see that Widdowson has kicked his second, Barry.
Who?
Oh, sorry. It's Swennerson, I should say. They're very close together, you know, Barry, on the program, because one's wearing number 23 and one's wearing 24, if you don't mind, umpire. Sorry, Tim. Timmy's kicked 2-6 now, Barry, and, well, the North Geelong scoreline looking pretty good.
Right now, from the centre of the ground, the umpire receives the ball back. 7-goal quarter on to the North Geelong side.
Certainly is.
There's the bounce of the ball in the centre. Another good bounce. Up they fly. North Geelong take advantage and get a quick kick down through Dick down to half forward. Going through there, but it's for the amateur side was Middleton, but he tapped it straight to a North Geelong player and a shot towards goal. And there's another one off the boot of Alford this time.
Yes, they're really going at that goal hammer and tonga. Those fabulous Magpies in this second quarter, as that the Geelong Football Umpires League scoreboard shows it. The amateurs have, well, they've kicked 1 point. They haven't troubled the scoreboard attendance.
Kick what?
1 goal, 1, I mean, Barry. Much at all. They're 6-4-40, the Geelong amateurs. North Geelong, 10-11. 71.
Yeah, I tell you what, they're amateurs on a 10-1 ratio. North Geelong making them look second rate at the moment. The bounce of the ball in the centre, up they go. Bent gets a tap down, but it's Dick again gets a quick kick down to half forward for the North Geelong side. Going up there, unable to take the mark for the amateur side was Reynolds, was it? Handballed out here. A chance for him to clear now as they bring the ball across half back. Good play, good strong play for the amateur side there by Malakalis. Kicks the ball down to half forward. But first back onto the ball we find is Cruz for the North Geelong side. They bottle it up on half back flank and we'll have a ball up.
Again, good desperate footy. Maggies, and they're just making life pretty tough for the amateur boys at the minute, Barry.
The bounce of the ball on half forward. Down it goes. There's the siren to end the second quarter here this afternoon at Osborne Park, and a very good quarter for the North Geelong side. And they deserved the lead they've got at half-time because it was good team football that got them to this position. And amateurs really and truly, they dropped the bundle in that quarter run.
Well, yep, you can only do what you let, though, Barry. Don't forget that. I don't care how good you are. You can only play as well as you let. And, well, that particular quarter of football, a credit to those fabulous Magpies. They absolutely eclipsed the Geelong Amateur boys. They kicked 8 goals for the North Geelong boys that term. To have a scoreline here at half-time, 10-11, 71. They're well in control of the Geelong Amateurs. 6 goals for 40 points.
Well, Ron, we're going to take a short break and be back for that third and vital quarter.
I think that's a great idea, Barry, because we've got some other duties to perform now. We'll be back very shortly for that third and vital quarter as we go on now and interview the Chairman and Regional Director of West Coast Council of the Victorian Country Football League, Mr Don Cole and Jack Huxtable.